Welcome to Field Questions. Field Questions is my practice to enter the field and allow the energy to articulate through questions. Because, see, the questions themselves are not as important as us spending the time with ourselves in a coherent, tending way. But questions are a really nice mechanism to do that with. And our life is shared, right? Or the way how reality is created is through collective participation. And even though we have our individual life, we have our individual perceptions and ways of understanding and ways of moving through life, there is a commonality, right? A collective movement we all share into, and the questions allow for an individual answer to come through as a common collective thread. So anyway, okay, enough about that. This week I only got 2 cards. Usually I get 3, and I've never questioned the 3 or why do I pick 3 cards? I don't know. It's always just 3 cards. This week I stopped at 2, and when I turned them over, I understood why, right? So as I sit with this energy, 4 of Pentacles and the Chariot, I understand that this energy is complete within those 2 ideas. So the 4 of Pentacles to me talks about desire or need. And at the moment, I can't distinguish between the 2. They're one and the same thing. So what desire or need is emerging as 100% isness, beyond and above shame, beyond and above the need to justify it. So this energy right here continues to talk about legitimacy of existence, that your need is legitimate, that your need doesn't need to be negotiated with. It's like you're becoming tired to convince yourself of something else, of something that maybe somebody else needs, or what society deems as proper, or whatever. To me, it really points to this self-loyalty, the exhaustion of self-betrayal that has been going on all our lives, beyond our lives. It has been inherited. We don't even question the self-betrayal, right? But we're now starting to come. This 4 is so stable, is so accepting, that it has been a war, a fight to constantly overrule this existential need and existential being of how we are, how we function, how we need to function. And so I think we're coming into the end of this exhaustion, right? And we're coming into this acceptance. And it's almost like we're tired to keep apologizing for this need, for this desire, for who we are. That's how this card feels to me. And so a cleaner question, if I were to take all that and condense it into one final question, it would be, what should I stop letting go of? What should I stop letting go of? And to me, that's so powerful. So again, write the question, but allow the answer to develop as the week goes on, because these are not answers that come as one insight and then you're done with it. It keeps on coming, because again, this is not a question. It's just the energy that we can work with as a question. And so, of course, the next energy that wants to follow is the Chariot. And the Chariot, to me, it feels very urgent. But this Chariot energy is not, it's almost like without needing to burn the house down or throw the bathwater out, right? So basically, don't go into those extreme measures, but what steps and in which direction can you take your need or your desire and start an action from a very natural, from a very obvious place, right? So even though this is such an energy dense expression, which to me, but I'm also a fire sign, right? But immediately I tend to go into this explosion, right? So it's like, don't explode, don't quit your job, don't end your marriage, uh, don't sell everything and move to Bali and become a monk, right? Be real, be realistic with truly what is. And from this need that's so legitimate, what steps emerge as obvious? What steps emerge as natural? And it reminds me that even though this energy is strong, it doesn't mean that it's a strong leap forward. It's a huge transformation or what, or a huge leap of faith or a huge leap of growth. They can be granular. Like today, what does it mean? And even if it is you walking in that energy, believing yourself a little more, talking from that place and feeling how you can talk, practicing talking from that place uh, without apologizing, without over explaining it. That is a step forward. That is an action that you can build tomorrow on. And so, which again, it's so interesting. These two cards revolve around this question that I'm not sure that I actually came to an answer, but maybe this is the week that answer wants to come. And the question I was struggling for months now is, if there is no desire, or if we should not indulge in our desire, because this has been sort of what we've been taught, right? Then where is movement coming from? That was a true question that I was struggling with, right? Because a lot of movement in the past stemmed from desire or need, these goals that we developed, right? Our values. And so if we don't move from more of that egoic conditioning construct, then where is the movement naturally coming from? And the spread, just these two cards, basically point that once we come to this legitimate place within ourselves, movement naturally occurs. We don't have to create this whole, I don't even know, construct, story, why movement makes sense, rationalize. Movement happens. But I think because this is so unfamiliar territory for us, it comes in a form of very small energetic packets that we get to practice within ourselves, right? Four of Pentacles, the Chariot. What does that mean? Right? Without exaggeration, in a very close, intimate reality, within observation of ourselves, so that we can start building a different environment from this relationship of legitimate need, legitimate desire. Movement arises with ease, without this manufactured construct that requires validation, right? Buy-in from everybody else and everything else around us. I don't know. This one was so simple, right? It felt so simple, but it's so complete. It is so deep. It kind of, kind of shook me a little bit here. So anyway, see how that works within you, throughout you this week. If you're curious about going deeper within my practices, check out my website, check out my offerings. And yeah, I wish you a beautiful week.